Remember, the YouTube ads feed the ducks. Good morning, everybody. It's June the 20th of the Duck Adventure. Well, I think it's June the 20th. It's a blur. All right, so we have some good news. Well, actually, we have some really good news. The little Gosling's still alive. I just moved him or her, I don't know yet what it is, out of the, and the only way you can tell with these is by the coloring. In about another day or so, once they totally dry out and they get fluffed up, supposedly the darker gray ones are the females, the lighter gray ones are the males. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It's either or. So anyways, this little Gosling, yesterday I had to give it a bath, and I had a warm bath. It was 140-degree water, and I washed it completely off. It was flipped over, like I said, yesterday on its back because it had an egg eggshell attached to the back, and it couldn't use its leg. And then today, last night, it was doing really well. It was starting to fluff up. Today it's really fluffy. And the little guy is growing great. I'm really I'm sort of excited because I was actually telling Cindy last night about this. Is that because geese imprint on you, this little one here, I've handled it so much that I've got a hunch this goose is going to end up being my pet, as in really following me around, actually following me around like Doug follows me around. So it'd be sort of cool, if it turns out to be a gander, and because they get to be like about 30 pounds, the emdams, and if it's that way and it's following me around, it'd be cool to have my own pet duck, or a pet goose, I should say, like that. But right now I've got them in this storage container. I'm not going to open the lid because I'm warming it up right now. It's at 88.7. I've got a little 40-watt light bulb actually in one of my old humidity generators, in one of those, in there with some wood chips, and so it's like he's too fragile yet to go down with the others. Actually, he's probably going to be here in the house for about 2 or 3 days until he gets his strength, because the ones down in the barn, they're actually, I'm planning tomorrow, it depends on how my garden goes today, that I'm going to put everybody together, all the ducklings together, because the little guys are getting too big for the swimming pool now, and they need more room, and it's time for everybody to meet. They seem to get along. I've done a couple swaps, we're putting them together, and absolutely no problems. Actually, they cuddle. So, who knows? But I want to give you an update. One, Muscovy eggs. But two, back to the most important update of all. I fixed the humidity problem. I bought this humidifier, and it's a steam humidifier. It's sort of as a Honeywell, made in China though, but at least made in North American standards. And it's working. It blew through a full 4.9 liters of water last night. So it's going through, it's basically 10 hours worth of water. And there's no way of adding another reservoir to it to make it bigger. It's just the way it is. But at least now, when I open the door, I can throw in 4.9 liters of water into it. The humidity comes back up within minutes. Like, it's so fast. Now you can see some humidity on the windows right now. That's because the back room is really cool, and that's only single pane glass, so there's a little condensation on the glass. But last night, the humidity in the hatcher was between 65 and 68% all night. The low was 65, the high was 68. So it's working better than it's ever has. The incubator, same thing. The big fan still working today. Who knows? Now here's the really good news is this morning. Now today the Muscovy aren't due to hatch till Sunday. But look at this. We got hang on here. I'm trying to show you. There's 2 eggs that I'm having a hard time here getting a good line of sight there. Okay. This egg's breaking through. Now where's the other one here? There's a second one. Okay, it's right beside. It's hard to get here with the camera. I still haven't had my coffee, ladies and gentlemen. There's another one pipping through. So that's 2 eggs that are breaking through on the Muscovy. Nothing else is showing yet on the other eggs, but like it is early. So because Sunday is 35 days. So today's only the day 33. But the increased humidity, the incubator or the hatcher, it's got to work. Just the amount of steam. Like it's just the steam that comes off this thing. I don't know why I didn't think of a humidifier, a steam humidifier. But then again, I've never used one for anything. So in this part of the world, you don't. I've never had a use for a humidifier in this part of the world. it's pretty freaking moist here. Plus, I live in an old house that you know, 1/3 of my basement is a dirt floor underneath my living room, and it's I get lots of natural humidity in the house. So I have no you know, in the middle of winter, I've never even, you know, humidifiers and me, not in this part of the world. So now when I lived in Calgary, different story. I had a humidifier all the time attached to my furnace, but you know, in this situation where I have a dirt floor in my basement. Anyway, so that's the update. I'm really happy that today is a much better day as far as equipment's concerned. You know, I'm happy, you know, that the big fan on the incubator is still running. Thankfully, I bought that big fan. Thankfully, I bought all those spare parts, because that factory, you know, they won't do anything. They're unbelievable. I'm telling you, the stuff I get on Skype from them, and I talk to them, and you know, I drag my laptop over and show them what's going on, and they just don't get it. They're you know, it's unbelievable. It's mind-boggling. I don't know how you I don't know how you can run a business, a manufacturing business, and offer a, you know, a 3-year international warranty, and then do everything you can not to fulfill you know, your obligations. Anyways, they can crash and burn for all I care. No, that incubator is going to get modified, seriously modified. Something's going to happen to it. We're going to de-Chinese it. So, anyway, I'm going to go have my coffee, and we'll go down later on. I've already been down to the barn and did the you know, the ducklings, did the chores. I was up really early today, so, but I was far too asleep to get the camera out. So we'll get back to the ducklings later. Hello everybody, I'm just headed out to do a bunch of chores outside, and oh, excuse me. I want to show you my little Gosling that I've rescued. He seems to be on the mend here. I've made up a little temporary box here, just so that I can keep it warm. Look at this little thing. I don't know if I'll have the lid open too long here, but look at it. It's so tiny, man. This is the smallest Gosling yet. And he's so fragile, like it's unbelievable. So I'm gonna close the lid here, because like I said, I've just got a little 40-watt light bulb in a glass jar, and some food and water, and a little in there, so that sorry about the screwed up camera work there. So the little guy is alive. Considering yesterday the way he was vibrating, I thought for sure he was going to be dead. So I'm happy. I really hope that I pull this off, because it would be so cool to have a goose following me around. Especially this one. I've had so much interaction with it. Like, I've been handling it now for over 36 hours. You know, I helped it out of its shell. You know, it's had a rough. It would have died in the shell. I know for a fact, because it was so weak. You know, the way it laid there for so long. You know, after I helped it get the end of I broke the end off the shell. It laid there for so long. You know, it would have got shrink wrapped inside. So I did an awful lot of water spraying on that poor little guy when he was in there trying to get out of the shell. So this one is definitely going to. I am imprinted into that little guy's head. But I want to give you a shot here. My humidifier is working awesome. Now, right now you see there's condensation on the glass. It's single pane glass. The back room is cool. It's still really cold outside, and there's still the ambient humidity outside is less than 30% right now. It's not even 15 degrees outside. It is unbelievably chilly. A wicked wind too. The wind is really well. It's good that, you know, the humidity is dropping. It's drying the garden now. That I'm going to be actually tomorrow. I'll be planting. You know, the mud hole will be dried up, but the you know, we've got humidity. It looks like, you know, like it's really wet, but it's not. It's just the cool air against the glass that's causing the condensation, because there is no condensation on the inside walls of the hatcher. It's dry as could be in there, but it is sitting at well, 62 right now. It was at 64. This controller says 64. I've got it set at 66 so that it turns off at 65. I'm not going up. I know some of you have told me, you know, go up to 80%. I don't want to drown the ducks, and that is definitely a possibility of drowning the ducks. So there's still goose eggs in here. I don't know. Goose eggs can take up to 35 days. That's one of the things. So this weekend is 35 days for the goose eggs. If they haven't hatched by this weekend, then you know, we can basically write the geese off. You know, it ain't gonna happen. What I've got is what I've got, which is what I've got. What is it? 6 so far? 3 the first batch, 3 the second batch, and this guy. So I'll have 7 geese. Which, you know, they can be the protectors of the flock. So I won't be eating them, that's for sure. Not enough to be eating any goose this year, but we'll be eating duck. But the Muscovies, I've got, you know, there is some pipping. but no more action since this morning. So I'm going out to do a bunch of chores, and I've got to plan out my garden today, and it's going to be a short duck adventure video unless something spectacular happens. I know I just said on the video there that I'm not going to, there wasn't going to be anything happening unless it was spectacular, but I also thought to myself, we haven't had a duckling on the channel here in 2 days, because I mean, yesterday I spent the day working on the equipment, and so let's go inside and look at the really cute stuff here. Hello, duckies! Oh, look at them. And I was in here this morning at 6 o'clock, and it's only 10 right now. They've stripped the feeders. All right, I'm gonna get you some, but let's get some shots here of some really cute duckies. Look at this. Look at these little guys. They're so cute. Oh, little things. Here, we'll go over to the other, actually the midget duck, where isn't it? Oh yes, I have bad news. I know, the duck adventure, we seem to have our fair share of bad news here. Okay, so here's the deal. On the, we had two little midget ducks, and it turned out one of them died yesterday. I came in here and he was laying dead inside the water. He had drowned because he was so small. He got trapped actually in the water. The rest of the ducks are like, to get the idea, like that's how small he was. He got trapped in the water and drowned. So, but here's one right now. There he is. There's a little midget duck. He's so tiny. Like, look at the size of him here. I'm trying to get a better shot. Like, he's so small. Oh, they're so cute. Actually, I'm going to be putting them all together here because the other guys here behind me. They're ready to be introduced. Look at the little Gosling. He's still a little tiny thing. Here, I'll get a shot from this angle for you. There's the two Goslings. There's a third one here somewhere, I think. Where is he? I can't find the third one now. Oh yes, there he is, right beside him. There's the third one. So the Goslings are right there. And we'll go over to this side here. Look at the monsters. The land of the giants here. Look at these guys. This side needs to be cleaned out, but like I said, I've been holding off cleaning it out because I plan on putting them all together. But where's my Chinese guy here? The geese are still smaller. Where's my Chinese goose here? I'm looking for him. Where are you, Mr. Chinese Goose? It's sort of ironic, I'm bashing the Chinese all the time, and I'm just in love with their geese. I don't know if anybody out there has seen a Chinese goose, and I think maybe a couple of you might have one. I can't wait you guys are going to be blown away how gorgeous these are. There he is. I wish I had more. But he's got a wicked long neck on him. But look at that, the duck's picking on him. It's amazing how, the ducks are like half the size of them when they're fully matured. And yet they're bigger right now. He's, look at this. Oh, you're coming over to pick on my feet. I know, guys. Oh yeah, you want to see something really disgusting? This is the tray after 2 days. Come on, guys, look at that. Now, it's just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Anyways, the tray works at keeping the water there. Really helps keep the mess in one spot. Now, to move that tray, I don't handle it anymore. I actually, I brought down my chemical gloves. I put them on to handle it. No, I don't touch anything in here anymore. When you're touching trays like that, it's just disgusting. So, well, let's go over to this one here and I'll show you. Look at the little guys here. We're due to move everybody together here. Like I said, we're like a day away. Doug's outside. Actually, I'm surprised he's not at the door clawing. He gets really upset if I come in here without him. Oh, look at this. We got a breakout. Look at that. They came out, and now they're panicked. They don't know where to go. Oh, there's Doug at the door. You silly ducks. You don't know what to do you? You came out. Fear of the unknown, eh? You silly ducks. You know, they came out of the door right there, and now they're panicked. Oh, we got some others coming out. They're so silly. Oh, they ran back in now. But it, oh, it wants to come out. They want to come out really bad. I gotta do a bit of a cleanup here. I'm actually thinking I'm gonna work on this today. The garden, like I said, it's still a little too wet for me to do anything out there. So it's, but this is due for cleaning, as far as I'm concerned. There's Doug at the door. They're so cute. Dude, they're all standing here looking at me. Duckling overload. Alright, well, I got some work to do in here. Like I said, I can't work on my garden, so I'm going to do some work in here, and I'm going to put the ducks together. They can do it. They're big enough. Everybody's big enough. Everybody's strong enough to cohabitate. Well, I made the decision. I'm going to I'm going to move everything around today so they're all living together. I just did a test here, and I want to show you. I put one of the little guys in with the big guys here, and they don't even care. They're not. They haven't even. No one's gone over to pick on them. It's like, you know, they're almost like they're all so innocent right now. They don't know. But there is a huge difference in size. You know, and there's only 7 days between them. But I'm going to open everything up in here so it's so there's more area, more room. Put some more straw in here. Clean this straw up. Set up some water. A little bit of work ahead of me. I'll give you a shot when I'm done here, and we're going to get all the ducks living in one area here to make it a lot easier for cleaning too. And then we're only one step away from the ducks going outside, or getting access to go outside. So back to work. Well, that was a nasty, dirty job. I got everything set up here before I give you a shot of a mess of little ducklings. It's really neat how the little ones and the big ones, they just stick to each other. The size means nothing. This 1 week difference in age, they don't care. They're laying on top of each other. They're snuggling with each other. They're cute little things. But there's one duck here that's caught my eye. Here, I gotta find him for you. His coloring is unbelievable. He's definitely going to be a keeper duck. If I could just find him here without getting everybody startled. Ah, there he is. Okay, I don't know. He's a black and white one, and he's got white wings, but his body's black. Come on, I think I'm gonna have to pick him up. The ducks all day, all the adult ducks, right now they're at the door. Here, take a look. They can hear, and actually I turned around, I was shoveling the feces-laden straw out of here. I turned around and there was actually 4 ducks, 4 adult ducks in the enclosure here. They're in the barn. So, but listen, oh, there he is. Okay. Look at that duck. His jet black body, white wings, with sort of like a Dalmatian face. He's absolutely gorgeous. Of course, Doug just came in here. He, now that he's walking around the barn, he's just going to visit the ducks. Like, he's in here every 5 minutes. He's coming in and checking them out. But that's him right there. He's absolutely gorgeous. I'm curious on how he's going to turn out. If he turns out to be a black and white duck with white wings and a black body, he's going to be a cool looking duck. I think the crossbreeds, some of them, because some of the crossbreeds are really small. Like you can tell the coloring, it's a Peking and a Rouen, but it's very, very small. And then some of them are like big like a Peking, but they've got the Rouen coloring. I'm just going to try to get this guy, I might just pick him up. Come on, little guy. Oh, yeah. There. Like, look at this guy. He's got a black body. Here, hang on. And his wings are white. And his beak's black and white. Like, he's, I'm very curious on what he's going to turn out like. Like, he's jet black body. With he's definitely going to have white wings and a white face with black markings, because everything in this yellow is going to go white, and everything in the black is going to go for like probably a brown color. Who knows for the Rouens? He might even have some green in him if he's a male. He's gorgeous though. He's so gorgeous. And Doug's helping the ducklings drink. Get out of their water, Doug. You got your own water outside. So anyways, the ducklings are totally enjoying being together as one. I was sort of a little bit nervous putting them all together, but I did that one test and they didn't care. And now, they're basically just, well, basically they are just piling on top of each other, snuggling. So that's the ducklings. So I got a big mess outside. Everything that was in here now is outside in the yard. And I've got to go and throw in the straw pile and clean up so I can. I want to plant my tomatoes today. I want to get them planted and get my corn in the ground. That's the plan of action today. So that's the ducks. And Doug is so curious, but he's gentle. Like anything he gives up, he just leaves like that. He's just up and leaves. Had enough. I'm gone. But I've been whistling with the ducks. And the more I whistle, the more ducks comes in like, what? There's my whistle. Oh, and there's Doug back. So I got, it'll be Doug and the ducks will be responding to whistles. So they're in their new home. We call this the duck camp. Oh, Doug just choked. There's another cool one there. He's got a mohawk and a black strip down his back. And it's going to be real interesting how he turns out. There's some cool looking crossbreeds that are big. There's some crossbreeds that are really small too. So it's hard to tell, if it was a male or a female. If it was a Peking on top of a Rouen or a Rouen on top of a Peking. So, but just look at these things. They're really enjoying the sun here. This is where they keep cutting, is over to the lay in the sunlight. They'd rather be on the sunlight than under the heat lamps. And Doug just keeps going over and checking them out. Keeps wondering what's going on. And they don't get too panicked at all. It's actually, they're getting calmer and calmer. That little duck there, that one there, this one that never got the fluff. Still doesn't have the fluff. The little midget ducks around here. There's two little midget ducks. So they're around here somewhere. So I left to make sure there's water low to the ground and food low to the ground for them. Doug, get out of the duck water. Alright, so I'm going to clean up outside here because, like I said, I've got everything piled out in the yard from that was in here, and I've got to wash up everything and clean up, and then I'm going to go start my garden. So, you know, it'd be just too bad it wasn't, you know, 900 ducks instead of, you know, I think, you know, probably around 310, 340 ducks here, somewhere in that range, 330 ducks, 320. Not 350 though. I'd have to do the math, but it's somewhere around that, you know, the 310 mark. So that's what 310 ducklings look like. Roughly 300, well, 300 plus, put it that way. And maybe this weekend we'll have some Muscovies, because it does look like they're pipping through with the humidity I've got cranked up. Look at them sleep on top of each other, like just packed. They're tired because I have kept them running back and forth while I was cleaning up in here. Alright, we're off. Ducklings are, they're just, it's silly. They're 1 minute they're on one side of the barn, and the next minute they're on the other side of the barn. They, once one, it only takes about 3 or 4 of them to decide that they want to lay in another corner, and then they all follow them around. It's really funny, and when it happens, it's like they get spooked and it's a herd. And it's just, it's unbelievable when they decide to take off and all go to the other side of the barn. But this is like a lot more room for them, so it's like a big adventure. And the little ones are getting along with the big ones, and the big ones are getting along with the little ones. No one's fighting, no one's pounding on each other. I think what it is because they're so close to the same age, you know, they're basically, probably in their minds, they're all the same age. It's not like when you introduce a, you know, a 3-month older bird to another, you know, younger bird. Right off the bat, they start pounding on each other. Or the older bird starts pounding on the little bird. These guys are so close to the same age. You know, basically, probably in their minds, they're equal, other than the size difference. But it's really funny watching the midget because he's so fast. And when a big one does sort of push them to a side, the midget runs over top of everybody. It's really funny to watch. I didn't have the camera going when it happened, but the little guy, there he is. Oh, he's behind the water now. He scurried across the tops of everybody. It was really funny. Next week, they're going to have access to outside. As soon as the garden's planted, I can focus on the outside pen, and they're going to be going outside. Well, they're going to have access, and if they want to go out, they're going to go out. Well, they're going to have to go out to get water, because that's where the water's going to be. I'll leave the food inside, but the water's going to be outside.